हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। गोपिका जीवन स्मरणं गोविंदा गोविंदा। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरे रामेति कृष्णेति नाम संकीर्तनं सदा लोकक्षेमाय कुर्वन्तं प्रेमिकं दसूनुं राधिकां च भावयन्तं सदा देहं गुरुदेवं तं कृष्णप्रेमरसम् अलये सुन्दराकारं सदैकप्रियदर्शनम् अज्ञाननाशकं देवं सद्गुरुं मुरलीधरम् जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा आम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च गोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनः तं नमामि हरिं परम्। सर्वत्र गोविन्दनाम संकीर्तनं गोविन्दा गोविन्दा। भागवत कथा प्रवचनम, this is the most wonderful thing that we can be blessed with in our life. The easiest thing is Shravanam. In fact, if somebody has to do pravachanam, they have to be qualified, they have to be prepared. But to do Shravanam, the easiest thing, only thing is Shravanam also is blessed upon somebody. Agyodayena Bahujanma Samarjitena Satsangamam Chalavate. Srimad Bhagavatam says, after so many thousands of births, a man has to qualify himself for listening to Krishna Katha. Because the beauty is that we have so many gods, so many god forms. The beauty is that, Bhagavan explains this in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Ye anya devata bhaktaha. Bhagavan says, those who are devoted to Krishna, those who are devoted to other deities other than Krishna. So the beauty is you have certain things like, expectations in your life, like good health, education, family, wealth, and then, being together, long life. The diseases should not attack us. Our family should prosper. So many things are there. So, Kshemasthirya, Virya Vijaya, Ayura Arogya, Aishwarya, Abhivirdya. The most important is that it has to keep on increasing. But if you really think, if you have always having great wealth, health, family, fame, everything, but if a person does not have satsang or Guru's grace, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Shariram surupam tatha kalatram yashascharu chitram dhanam vetulyam manastena lagnam guror angri padme tatakim 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 tatakim. Acharya says in his Guruvashtaham, why you are blessed upon with all these things? If you are not, if your mind is not focusing on the lotus feet of Guru, what is the purpose? Because Raya Kalatram, Sutadayaha, Mahi, Kunjara, Kosha Budayaha, Sarve artha kamaha kurvanti martyasya kiyat priyam chalaha. Prahlada Swami says, all these things are perishable and they are always shaking. Your life is also shaking and it is not stable, it is unstable. When you have a life which is not stable and you are holding on to things which are changing and temporary in life, what is the purpose? You have to hold on to something which is constant, So, which does not change, which is certain, which is dhruvaha. That is why Acharya in his Karavalamba Stotram says, Lakshmi Nrasimha Mamadehi Karavalambam. See, unless Lakshmi Nrasimha gives you the hand, you are not saved. But he is ready to offer his helping hand. You have to ask for it. So the beauty is that in Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Ye Anya Devata Bhaktaha. So as long as you are praying to other gods, the other deities which are specified in the Vedic Marga, and you are satisfying the other needs, the materialistic needs like long life, wealth, health, and fame, and other things. Those devatas would always continue to get offerings from you, and they keep on showering their blessings on you on these perishable benefits. So you are not going to have the Brahma Jnana ultimately. So the beauty is when you keep on doing puja to any deity, any god which is specified in Veda, be it Indra or Varuna or any Rudra or any Bhagavan, any deity, ultimately, if your prayer is selfless and if your mind becomes selfless and fully devoted, that particular deity will become your guru and guide you to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the beauty, because the other forms of gods have some kind of tattva, and when you have tattva, you have a specific method to do offerings to them. And if you do such offerings as per the Veda, and then you are supposed to get certain benefits like putra, pautra, and then whatever kind of health and wealth and other benefits. But at the end of the day, if you pray to Krishna, you will get all these materialistic benefits. But at the end of the day, you get Krishna himself. The other devatas cannot give themselves to you. They can only give you the benefits. But the devata who is giving himself to you is Krishna Paramatma himself. That is why Bhagavan says, Mamevaye Prabhatyante. So you have to devote to me. You have to cross this Maya. Maya metam tarantite. That is a beautiful Abrahma Bhuvanan Lokaha Punaravarti Murjuna Mam Upetyad Kaunteya Punarjanma Navidyate. If you devote yourself to Krishna, that is a Purna Bhakti. Purna Bhakti. With Bhagavan also, there are 4 types of devotees. Chaturvidaha Vajante Mam Janas Sukritin Arjuna Arti Raktarti Jignasu Jnanicha Bharadarishabha. Bhagavan says in Gita. So beauty is that Arti is a kind of Bharta, is a kind of Bhakta, like Sugriva, who was hit by Vali, and then he surrendered to Sri Rama. Artharthi, like Vibhishana, if I surrender to Rama, possibly I will get the Lanka Rajya. Arti, Artharthi, Jignasu, and then somebody like Arjuna. I want to know the principle. I need peace. Because whatever you give, even if you give the 3 worlds, I won't be satisfied, because I am in such a situation that I am forced to kill my own grandfather, great-grandfather, my guru, my own brothers. Why should I be in this position? Please answer me. I want an answer for this. So, Kumatim Aharat Atma Vidyaya Charanaratihi. Bhishma says, we have seen in the last episodes. The beauty is Arti, Artharthi, Jignas. They devote to Krishna for a purpose. But Jnani cha Bharadarishabha. Those Jnanis, like Hanuman or Prahlada Swami or Gopikas, they are devoted to Krishna for the purpose that, they love it. They love it. They don't have any expectation. So the beauty is, our aim is to graduate from leaving the Anya Devata Bhakti and then surrender to Krishna, the absolute. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So we may think, so far I am devoted to other deities, other gods. Won't they be upset if I do Krishna Bhakti? If you have done in thousands of years, thousands of births, the Kula Devata and Ishta Devata Bhakti in the most sincere way, then that is the reason that you are becoming eligible to read Bhagavad Gita, and then you are devoted to Krishna. If you do Krishna Bhakti, your Kula Devata, your Pitru Devata, all the Ishta Devata, all Devatas are very much happy with you. That somebody from my Kula, somebody from my family is graduating himself to Atma Jnana, is devoting himself to Krishna. So all the Pitrus becomes happy. All the Devatas are becoming happy. Sarvadeva Namaskaraga Kesavam Pradigacchati. The ultimate purpose of Veda is to make you devoted to Krishna, make you devoted to Kesava. So that is the beautiful underlined message. They are not contradictory messages. They are not contradictory. The purpose of Guru, if you are going to Krishna, then it means that you are already blessed with your Guru's grace in abundance. So we have seen the story of Bhishma in various episodes. Around 9 weeks, I was blessed to dwell upon Bhishmacharya, his life, his devotion to Krishna, and how Vishnu Sahasranama was offered at the lotus feet of Krishna, and then how Bhishma made a wonderful stuti prayer to Sri Krishna, which was very close to his heart. And then now we move on to the Bhishma Stuti, which is a very, very important stutis among the 5 Panchastutis in Srimad Bhagavata. First was Kunti Stuti, and then the Bhishma Stuti, and came the Dhruva Stuti. So for this also we need to know a bit of the background. Even though many people know Dhruva Swami, because Dhruva Charitra, Prahlada Charitra, Gajendra Moksham are very well known to the children from a very young age. Whenever we are very young, definitely our parents would have narrated the story of Dhruva. Definitely our parents would have narrated the story of Prahlada. Definitely our parents would have told the story of Gajendra Moksha. These 3 stories in Bhagavatam certainly known to many children. This is the essence, the backbone of Bhagavatam, and the greatness of Krishna Bhakti in our part of, especially in Tamil Nadu, where we are all belonging to. But to go a bit deeper, Bhagavan, the Virat Purusha, what we call as Bhagavan, the Virat Purusha, creates this universe, which is of Mahat Tattvam, Aham Tattvam, and Panchabhutas, and then the Tanmatras, Sabdasparasa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Tanmatras, and then the Indriyas, our 10 senses, and then the Devatas, which are responsible for the senses. So all these are created, and Bhagavan did not get into it. Unless Bhagavan gets into it, a bulb is there. Unless current goes in, there is no light. Like that, without Bhagavan's Chaitanya, there is no use in this world. Ultimately, Bhagavan gets in as the Chaitanya. So this is the 25th Tattva. There are 24 Tattvas, Mahabhutanyahankaraha, Buddhir Avyaktamevacha, Indriyani Dasaikamcha, Panchachendriya Gocharaha. Bhagavan narrates in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the 24 Tattvas, out of which this Prapancha is made. But all the 24 are Jatas. Jata means that it does not know that it has a Chaitanya. Unless Chaitanya is there, everything else is Jata. It just lies there as it is. It was the condition of the Prapancham, and then Bhagavan gets in as Vasudeva, as the Chaitanya. That is Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna consciousness gets in. So, and then from Bhagavan's navel, then there was a lotus, very big lotus. In it, the Brahma spouted. Brahma was orienting himself, positioning himself, and looked at four directions. The four dishas came. That is why north, east, west, and south it came. And Brahma was totally the first person who came out of Bhagavan. He wanted to find from who is my root. So instead of doing tapas, because you cannot search Bhagavan in this world and find out. So he is responsible, he is the universe himself. And then when something has changed itself into the universe, it is very difficult for you to find out. Suppose a seed is there, bijam is there, it converts itself into a small plant, then there is no more bijam, no more this root, no more this seed. Like that, Bhagavan has converted himself into this prapancha. So Brahma could not find Bhagavan outside. So he dived into the root through the trunk of that huge lotus flower. And then thousands of years it tried. He could not find the base. So again, he was so much worried. He came out and there was an order from Bhagavan that, tapa, you do tapas. Then Brahma sat in tapas. He controlled his senses. And for 100 Deva Varshas, he was in tapas, in the Pralaya Jala. And then he saw Bhagavan. Panamali, Gadishargi, Shanki, Chakri, Chanantaki, Shriman, Narayana, Vishnu, Vasudevo, Virakshatu. Bhagavan, he saw the Bhagavad in his Samadhi, he had the vision of Bhagavan, Vaikuntapati Bhagavan. Sanga Chakram, Sakirita Kuntalam, Sapita Vatsram, Sarasiru Hekshanam, Sakara Vakshastala Shobhi Kaustubam, Amami Vishnu, Shirasa Chavatbhujam. Like that, Bhagavan was giving darshan. He is the only Pati of this entire universe. Like that, so many thousands of universe, for everything, the Ekanataha, Bhagavan. So Brahma offered his prayers to his Pita, Bhagavan, and Bhagavan blessed him with the jnana, the Vedic knowledge. Tene Brahma Hruda, Srimad Bhagavatam says. Bhagavan thought with all kindness that Brahma has to possess that knowledge of creation, the Vedic knowledge. So Brahma became a Sarvagnya. So Brahma became Bhagavan himself by the grace of Bhagavan. And he started creating. Once he had the order of Bhagavan, and Brahma started creating Bhagavad Dhyana Putene Manasanyam Tato Asrijat Sanakancha Sanantancha Sanatana Matatma Buhu Sanat Kumaram Chamunine Nishkriyane Urdvareta Saha. The first Srishti which came out of Brahma, Sanakar, Sanantanar, Sanatanar, Sanat Kumara. All the four Brahmajnanis erupted out of Brahma, and they don't want to be in the family life. So they chose the Nivritti Marga, Sannyasa. And then they moved out of Brahmas. They offered their prayers to Brahma, respects to Brahma, and they did not listen to Brahma's words that be in a family way. They were not ready. So Brahma was a little bit upset and he was also angry. So with that anger in mind, he started creating. So he ended up creating Nila Lohitaha, Rudra Ganas. And then Rudra Ganas started occupying this world. So Brahma stopped them. And then the Rudra, the Mula Rudra, Sankaraha, he ordered him, you do penance. So he sat in Kailasa and started doing his tapas. So Rudra Srishti was explained. So after creating these two Srishtis, Brahma realized that if I keep Bhagavad Dhyana Putena, because of the meditation upon Bhagavan, Manasanyam Tato Asrijatu, out of his manas, he started doing the Srishti. Because of 100% Sattva Guna that he created, he blessed Sanakar, Sanantanar, Sanatanar, Sanatkumar. They are not suitable for family life because they cannot create prajas. So with the disappointment when he started creating, he ended up creating the Rudraganas. So Rudraganas also cannot handle this because they are always angry. They were crying. They were occupying the entire universe. So he decided to keep the mind calm. And then from his body, he created the 10 Prajapatis for the purpose of family life. Marichi, Atri, Angirasau, Pulastyaha, Pulahaha, Kratuhu, Bruhu, Vasishto, Dakshascha, Dasamastatra, Naradaha. 10 people he created. Marichi, Atri, Angirasaha, Pulastyaha, Pulahaha, Kratuhu, Bhrugu, Vasishtaha, Dakshaha, Naradaha. 10 people, including Narada, are created. So this Jagat, these human srishti, all kind of creatures came out of this 10 people. After creating these 10 people, Brahma thought, having only men he cannot do anything. He cannot have the family. For them, these Prajapatis need wives. So do that. Brahma decided to, from his own body, he created a couple, a Mithuna, which is the Swayambhu Manu and Shatarupa. They came as couple. Like Perumal and Taya. They have 5 children. Who are they? Priyavratottana Padau, Tisrakanyascha Bharate, Akutir Devahutische, Prasutir iti Sattama. Priyavratan, Uttana Padaha, Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti. 3 daughters, Ahuti, Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti. 3 daughters, Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti. 3 daughters, and Priyavrataha, Uttana Padaha. These 2 sons. So this Akuti was given a Prajapati called Ruchi. And then Devahuti was given to Kardamaha. Kardamaha emanated out of the shadow of Brahma. And then Prasuti was given to Dakshaha. Akutim Ruchaye Pradat Kardamayatu Madhyamam Dakshayadat Prasutinche Yata Apuritam Jagat. This world was filled with the children of these 3 Prajapatis, these 3 women. So this is how Bhagavatam is getting developed. And then the 3rd skanda, it started developing. It is a dialogue between a rishi called Maitreya and Vidura. And Maitreya is explaining the Jagat Srishti and then the Brahma Srishti and how Brahma started doing the creation. So this is how it is developed. So in the 3rd skanda, Sri Sukha narrated the story of Kardama and Devahuti. Before narrating the Kardama and Devahuti, he goes about explaining the Varaha Avatara. That is how Jaya Vijaya, the Dwarapalakas in Sri Vaikunta, stopped Sanaka, Sanantana, Sanatkumara, and these 4 people, Sanakar, Sanantanar, Sanatanar, Sanatkumara, were stopped from seeing Vishnu because it was untimed. So they became angry and then they cursed them to take 3 Asura Janmas in the earth. That is how these 2 people came down as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyakshan, Hiranyakashipu, and then Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Shishubala, Dandavakra. These 3 avatara, they are also avatara. For that, Bhagavan himself came. Hiranyaksha was killed by Varaha Bhagavan, Varahamurti, Bhuvaraha Swami, because Hiranyaksha concealed this mother earth, Bhuma Devi, under the Pralaya Jala. Because Devahuti, Satarupa, and Swayambhu Manu, they wanted to have the family life. For that, they need a Karma Bhumi. So they were praying to Brahma, Prabhu, oh my father, where do I run my family? Please give me a place. Then Brahma suddenly realized that that the mother earth is missing. So he prayed to Bhagavan. Bhagavan came as a Varaha, Bhuvaraha. He took Sukara Rupa. He is a Yajnamurti, Yajnavaraha. And then he smelled, because Bhumi has Gandha. he smelled where Bhumi is and then jumped into the Pralaya Jala, and then he brought Bhuma Devi out and then kept in his Vishnuna Dhrita Devi. We are safely seated on this earth because of the grace of Vishnu. Vishnuna Dhrita Devi. Because Bhuma Devi is held by Vishnu carefully with all prema and love and affection. That is why we are able to sleep on our mother's lap. This mother Bhumi is our mother, no? So the grace of Mahavishnu is felt in Varaha Avatara, abundant. We have to, every minute, we have to think of Vishnu's grace. If not for Vishnu, no one can sit on this earth. Imagine this. That is why this kalpa is called Bhuvara Sweta Varaha Kalpaha. The reason of narrating Varaha Avatara is that Bhagavan rescued Mother Earth, and then the great penance of Kardama was narrated, and then Bhagavan took avatar as Kapila Vasudeva to Devahuti and Kardama, and Devahuti attained moksha. Like that, the Tritiya Skanda, that the third Skanda was over. Once the third Skanda was over, Sri Sukha goes about narrating the fourth Skanda. The fourth Skanda, he talked about the other daughters. The Prasuti is another daughter. Prasuti was given to Daksha. And Daksha has many daughters, and one of the daughter was Sati Devi. Sati Devi is the Purva avatar of Parvati Devi. Sati Devi was married to Paramashiva, Sri Rudra. And then the Daksha did not respect Parameswara, Kailaspati. So because of that, Daksha's yajna was finished. And this Daksha yajna was narrated. Daksha yajna was narrated. After narrating the Daksha yajna in the 8th chapter in the Chaturtha Skanda, actually he has narrated the story of Akuti, Prasuti and Devahuti, the three daughters. After that, Sri Sukha actually wanted to talk about Priyavrata, who is the eldest son of Swayambhuva Manu and Satarupa. But Sridhara Swami, the great commentator who wrote the commentary, the Vyakyanam for Srimad Bhagavatam, he says, Bhagavan, Sri Sukacharya wanted to talk about Dhruva Swami. That is how, instead of picking up the story of Priyavrata, he picked up the story of Uttanapada in the 8th chapter of 4th Skanda. Jaye Uttanapadasya Sunitihi Suruchistayoho. Uttanapada has two wives, Suniti and Suruchi. Suniti, from her name, we can easily understand that he is in the righteous path. She shows the righteous path, whereas Suruchi means it is pleasure based. So this man is called Uttanapadaka. He is actually upside down. His pada, his foot is on the upper side, which is actually, it should be down. So what has happened? The story everybody knows. Dhruva being the son of Suniti, and Suruchi has a son called Uttama. These two sons, one day Uttama was sitting on the lap of Uttanapada, and Dhruva, belonging to the first wife's son, actually Uttanapada is very much attached to Suruchi. Because of that reason, he did not consider Suniti in the right perspective. So Suniti conceals herself, not coming out properly, because she is not having the right recognition from her Bharta. So this is a mistake from Uttanapada. But the little boy Dhruva did not know it. He was not aware of it. So he saw his brother, younger brother, sitting on father's lap. So as a child, he also wanted to come and sit. But actually when he came, Suniti stopped him, pushed him. And then, he was insulted. So Suniti says Suruchi says at that time, Balosi Vadanatmanam अन्यस्त्री गर्भसंवृतं नूनं वेद भवान् यस्य दुर्लभेर्ते मनोरथः तपसा आराध्य पुरुषं तस्यैवानुग्रहेण मे गर्भे त्वं साधयात्मानं यदि इच्छसि नृपासनम्. Oh boy, you wanted to please the king. You wanted to establish your identity. You want to prove your thing that you want to sit on your father's lap, and then one day you are thinking that you will sit in the throne. It is not possible. It is not possible because anyastri garbha samvrutam, you are not born in the right lady's womb. You are born to somebody. You are not born to me. Tapasa aradhya purusham. So you should know, if you really want to be in the king's position, then you have to born as my son, because I am close to the king. Durlabherte manoratha. Your manoratham, what you are dreaming, is a daydream. It will not happen. Please understand. She is talking such a nasty language to a 5-year-old boy who has no intention other than sitting on his father's lap. The boy was wounded like anything. Being a Kshatriya Shishu, he was hurt very deeply. But it is being a character in Bhagavatam, even though she is talking in a harsh way, but she is talking the right language. She says, if you want to become the king, you have to be born as my son. If you have to be born as my son, then you have to do Purusha Aradhana. You have to do Aradhana of Vasudeva, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Tapasa Aradhya Purusham. Tasyaiva Anugrahena me. Because of his grace only you can become the king. It is true. Without which is going to be true. The Suruchi's words are going to be true in the history of Dhruva, because he is going to do Purusha Aradhana, Parama Purusha Aradhana. Garbhe tvam sadayatmanam yajit yadi chasin rupasanam. If you want to be the king, if you want rupasanam, you want this simhasanam, then you have to do Krishna Puja. But the meaning was different. He said that you are not eligible to live, you can die, and then you can do penance, and born next birth, be born as my son, and then you will be blessed with the throne. He was hurt like anything. He came. He did not cry in the court, because being a boy and also the next king, so they won't cry. He controls everything. But after seeing his mother Suniti, he broke down. So, but Suniti was so helpless. She was so miserable. And then she says, this is my situation, child. You see, your father is not considering me as the rightful wife, but you are born in my stomach. What happened? So this is the condition that we are. So what I am thinking is, atishtatattat vimatsaratvam uktam samatrapi yat avyalikam. What your Samatha, my Sapatni, the other wife of Uttanapada, what she is telling is right. I am not considered good by the king, Uttanapadaha, who is the son of Swayambhuva Manu. So imagine, who is Dhruva? Dhruva is in the line after Bhagavan Brahma. Brahma's son is Swayambhuva Manu. Swayambhuva Manu's son is Uttanapadaha. Uttanapada's son is Dhruva. So he's actually from Bhagavan. He is Brahma, and then Swayambhuva Manu, Uttanapadaha, the 4th generation. So, and he is going to attain such a place in his life. He is going to attain Dhruva Pada in his life. That is the greatness of Dhruva Swami. Uktam samatrapi yad avyalikam aradaye adokshada padapadmam yadi chase adhyasanam uttamo yata. She is right. If you want some uttama padavi, if you want some post in life, samsthana sthanado dhruvaha. If you pray to Bhagavan Vishnu, he will give you the Dhruva Pada himself. So you go. Your grandfather Manu, Tata Manurvo Bhagavan Pitamaho. Yamekamatiya Puru Dakshinairmakaihi. Ekamatya, with single-minded, he did devotion to Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. That is why he became the Prajapati. He became the Prajapati. And then he was the Manu, the first man on this earth. Nanyam tataha padmapala salochanat dukkachitam te mrigayami kanchane. So my son, I am telling you, I am helpless. The father and the physical father, mother, and anybody in this earth are useless. You have to depend on Bhagavan Sriman Narayana and Lakshmi. Why do you worry about this mother, this stepmother? There is one mother. She is the divine mother. Loka Janani, Sakshad Mahalakshmi. She would never tell you that don't come here. Don't sit on father's lap. She is wanting each and every child in this universe to come and sit on Mahavishnu's lap, the real father's lap. So go and in search of that father and mother. Nanyam tataha padma palasa lochanat. The lotus-eyed Sriman Narayana Pundarikaksha, none other than save you, other than him can save you. Dukkha chitam de, whatever the feelings, the hot feeling that you are going through in your life, he can only calm you. He can only make you peaceful. Te mrigayami kanchane. So Dhruva took it very serious. He started running. Here we have to be very clear. Bhagavatam narrates it such a quick manner. The next moment, Maitreya says to Vidura that Dhruva decided and started from the house. Had it been anybody else, you would have cried for a few days and slept for 4 days. And then after thinking about the food and the shelter, then he normally comes to the normal mind. Then he will tell himself, the world will be like this. I have to adjust. If I can't get it, what will happen? Like that, they accommodate themselves and then they run. But here, Dhruva is not like that. He decided, no, whatever you do, the insult that I had, I want to find out the reason. Because my father himself is not coming to my rescue. My father should have told my mother, Suniti, Suruchi, how can you talk like that, Suruchi? You are such a small boy. He is my eldest son. He is going to succeed me. He is a natural heir to the throne. You should have told. And he is not helping me. And my biological mother, Suniti, is crying. She is miserable and helpless. And he is telling, Aradaya, Dhukshaja Padapadma. He says that you go and do puja to Narayana. And then Mahalakshmi Tayar is a real Tayar. If there is somebody like Narayana and Mahalakshmi, why should I stay here? What is the purpose? What is the purpose? And I will go and get their blessings, and then I will attain a position. I will attain such a parents. I will attain the grace of such a parents that nobody else can overrule them. So I am going. So, Tondri Pugadadu Tondriga, Valduvar says, living in this world like an ordinary dog and pig and other thing, and also a human being has no use. We have to make some difference in the form of Bhagavad Bhakti. We have to do something which my ancestors have not achieved. So with that determination, he stepped out of the house. He did not worry about his toys. He did not worry about his food. He did not worry about his shelter. He did not worry about his father and mother. He did not worry about the ladana of his mother, the caring of his mother. Nothing mattered for him. Because in 5 years, in the age of 5, Dhruva had such a kshatram, the kshatriya blood. So he left the house silently. This is the greatness of people. Those who really want to achieve in their life, they will go ahead with their. The man who says, I will do tomorrow, I will do day after tomorrow, I will do next year, he will never do in his life. Nandre seiga, adum indre seiga. If you want to do good things, you have to do immediately. Otherwise, those who say, I am deciding, I am planning, I am actually thinking, they will keep on doing this, they will never jump into water. But the real person who really want to achieve something, he immediately embarked the journey. So like that, Dhruva started. But the beauty is when a Jivatma really is shying away from all the worldly pressures, the protection, the house, the father and mother, all the things that are given by God, for the sake of God. The Dhruvas stepping out of this house was to see Bhagavan. When somebody's mumukshutvam, the desire to see Bhagavan is so unparalleled, so unquestionable, and undivided, singular, then Bhagavan takes the form of a guru and then he comes in his life. That is the beauty of bhakti. When somebody's intention to see Bhagavan is real and longing is real, then Bhagavan takes the form of guru. That is what is happening. So somehow Narada was roaming here and there, and he went for Vishnu Darshanam. Bhagavan, when Narada fell at the feet of Mahavishnu, Bhagavan gives a very good mala to him and then says, Labham. Narada was surprised. Why Bhagavan is saying Labham? Bhagavan was only laughing. Vaikuntapati was only laughing. When Narada was coming this way, on the way, Dhruva was walking to the forest. Narada is the guru of Suniti, Dhruva's mother. Even when Dhruva was in her womb, Narada told stories, Krishna stories. So Narada knows Uttanapada very well. Narada knows Suniti very well. Narada knows Dhruva also has fallen at Narada's lotus feet so many times when he was young, right from his birth. So the moment Dhruva saw Narada, he became so excited. Because I am hurt. I am going in search of Bhagavan. And I see Bhagavan himself coming. What is not possible in this life, having seen Narada? If somebody is going for some important work, like Dhruva is doing, and if your Guru, Acharya is coming in front, that is the Suchana that you are blessed. Your work is done. You don't have to do anything. So Narada, the moment Dhruva saw Narada, he fell at his lotus feet. And then he saw a small pond there with some lotus flowers. He just went in and then had a snana. And then he became he was pure inside, pure outside with his snana, and brought the lotus flowers and offered at the lotus feet of Narada and says, Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Narada was moved. Always Acharya says, Gurunathal, they become happy with our small gestures. They are called Pranata Priyosau, Namata Priyosau. He says, when somebody is falling at their lotus feet, they become happy with that gesture of humility and humbleness, and then the feeling to surrender. A guru becomes happy. So Narada became happy. Narada asked, Dhruva, what happened to you? Why are you running away like this? Then Dhruva narrated the story. I'm so much hurt. I want to see Bhagavan. I want to see Bhagavan. And the very fact that I saw you, that I am very much convinced that you will show me Bhagavan. There is nobody other than this in this earth who is more capable than you, that to show me the path towards Bhagavan. Then Narada laughed at him. Arey, little boy, you are only 5 years old here. And you are talking about the pleasure, displeasure, respect, and then all the shame and other things. What is it? There is nothing for you. You come with me. I know Uttanapada. You want to sit on his lap, na? I'll tell him, you keep Dhruva on your lap. He will do it. He will honor it. I will tell Suniti and Suruchi, don't stay in your way. They won't disturb you. Come. I will, you in the forest, you will have a lot of animals. Because even in the day, 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you will have pitch darkness. You can't get food. You will have wild animals. You will have the roaring of the lion. You will have a lot of poisonous snakes. You can't sleep safely. How do you do? Because you have been brought up in such a grand way as the emperor's son. You are leaving all this. In the night you will feel alone. Dhruva says, Swami, don't frighten me with all this. I am very clear. I am very clear. If you can show me Bhagavan, I will be very much pleased. And I am convinced that you can only show me Bhagavan. Please show me. Like that, he talked. And then he held the lotus feet of Narada tightly. I won't get up till you say, yes, I will show you. I will show you. Then he says, Padam Tribhuvanotkrishtam Jigisho Sadhu Vartmame Bruhyasmat Pitruvir Brahman Anyair Api Anadishtitam. I want to attain a place which neither my father Manu nor my Pitamaha Brahma has attained. That is the beauty. Padam Tribhuvanotkrishtam. In the three worlds, it should be the topmost place. So it must be the sthana of Bhagavan Mahavishnu himself. I want to attain that. Padam Tribhuvanotkrishtam Jigisho Sadhu Vartmame. You can only show me. Nunam Bhavan Bhagavato Yongajaha Parameshtinaha. You are the son of Brahma. Vidutan Natate Vinam Hitartam Jagatorkhavat. You are roaming the three worlds like the sun. Sun cannot be in one place. Wind cannot be in one place. Water cannot be in one place. Like the sadhus cannot be in one place. They have to be Triloka Sancharis to give the benefit of their satsanga to all the people. Like that, you are carrying the Mahati, Veena Mahati in your hand, and then Narayana Shabdam in your tongue, and then Narayana Dhyana in your mind. You are Narayana himself. Vidutan Natate Veenam Hitartam Jagatorkhavat. For the benefit of the world, like sun is roaming, you are roaming, and I won't leave you. Please show me. I won't get up. I can. Then Narada became so happy. Narada hugs him and says, yes, Bhagavan is Durlaban. Bhagavan, you cannot find Bhagavan easy in this world. But for an Ekanta Bhakta like you, an young Bhakta like you, Bhagavan is also very much interested to see. Don't worry. Jananya Bihitah Panta Savai Nishreya Sasyate. Dhruva, your mother is my Shishya. And she has brought up you in the nice way, the best way. And she has shown you the right way. Her advice was right. Bhagavan Ves Vasudevastam Bhajatat Pravanatmana Dharmartha Kama Mokshakyam Icheshreyatmana Ekameva Harestatre Karanam Pada Sevanam. If you want Dharmam Artham Kama Moksham Chaturvida Purusharthaha, anything you want, you please pray at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. Dharmartha Kama Mokshakyam Icheshreyatmana Ekameva Arehe Tatra Karanam Pada Sevanam. The Pada Sevanam of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. If you offer the Tulasi at the lotus feet of Bhagavan, then you are eligible for Dharma, Artha, and Kama and Moksha. Anything you will get. Punyam Madhuvanam Yatre Sa Nityam Nityada Harehe Snatwanu Savanam Tasminne Kalindyaha Salile Shive. He says, you go to Vrindavanam, the banks of the river Yamuna, there is a place called Madhuvanam. You do your tapas there. Bhagavan will slowly come into your heart. Shanaigi Yudasya Vidyayet Manasa Guruna Gurum. Guru Kallam Guru. The one who is a Guruna Guru. Dhyayet. You do the dhyana of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. Then the beauty is here, a very grand secret here. Like that, there I told you, a man who really wants to see Krishna, Krishna himself comes as Guru. And here, this 5-year-old boy has no practice of Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, all these things, Dhyanam and other things. He has no idea about Dhyana. He has been fondled by her mother and brought up for 5 years. And the moment he saw Narada really is etching, carving the Rupam of Bhagavan in the heart of the Sishya, that is Dhruva. So what is Dhyana is, like one person is having a candle which is burning, and then you have another candle, and then you lit it. Like you are lighting a candle and it is lit. Like that, what is in the dhyana of Narada is offering as a light to the heart of the Sishya. That is the beauty of dhyana. Otherwise, he has to spend thousands of years in yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, dharana, and then, dhyanam, samadhi. For Dhruva, it is already done. The Guru's grace just makes Dhruva travel so many years of his birth, just like that. So, it is like, a sculptor carving. Narada is carving the image of Krishna in the mind in the heart of Dhruva. Prasada vimugam shashvat prasanna vadanekshanam sunasam subruvam charu kapolam surasundaram tarunam ramaniyangam arunoshtekshanaadaram pranatashrayanam drumnam saranyam karunarnavam srivatsankam ghanashyamam purusham vanamalinam Shankachakra Gada Padmaihi Abhivyakta Chaturbujam Kiritinam Kundalinam Keyuravalanvitam Kaustuba Varanagrivam Pita Kausheya Vasasam Kanchi Kalapavaryastam Lasam Kanchananupuram Darshaniya Tamam Shantam Manonayana Vardhanam Padvyam Nakavanishhrenya Vilasadvyam Samarchatam Sut Padma Karnika Dishyam Akramyat Anyavastitam. He also explains the Divya Rupam, the Divya Mangala Vigraham of Sriman Narayana was explained and it was given to Naradam, Narayanam, Dadati, Naradaha. Who is called Narada? Narada is one who can give you Narayana in your hand, in your heart, in your mind. This is a famous dhyana of Sriman Narayana which was given to Dhruva. And then Dhruva, in the moment Narada narrated, Dhruva was able to visualize in a complete way. Sunabam, Sunasam, beautiful nose. Subruvam, eyebrows. Charu Kapolam, his cheeks. Surasundaram, Tarunam, Ramaniyangam, very beautiful body. Arunoshtekshanaadaram, is the lips are like, the dawn. Pranatasrayanam drumnam Sharanyam Karunarnavam. He is a Sarva Sharanya. Karunarnavam. He is a Karuna Sagar. Srivatsankam Ghanashyamam Purusham Vanamalinam Shanka Chakra Gada Padmaihi Abhivyakta Chaturbujam. Chaturbuja Murti, Kiritinam, Kundalinam, Keyura Valayanvitam, Kanch Kaustuba Varanagrivam, Kaustuba Mala in his Griva, Pita Kausheya Vasasam, then beautiful is Pitambar, Kanchi Kalapa Paryastam, Lasat Kanchananupuram, and then his Mekala, and then the Kolusu in his holy feet, Nupuram. How this is not a very big Perumal that he has given. He says, Angushta Matram Amalam. Krit Padma in his heart. The heart itself is of this size. His small Krishna is doing the dhyana. And then he says, I will give you a mantra which is having the combination of the divine Nama of Vasudeva. And then if you start chanting day and night, after 7 days, you will start seeing the Devas in the sky. Continue. Continue. And then he left him. He ensured that Dhruva sat in tapas. And then Dhruva did tapas for only 5 months. That's the beauty. He went back and he calmed down Uttanapada. Don't worry, your son has gone in a great task. He is in search of Sriman Narayana. He will come back successful. Don't try to disturb him. What Guru does is, Guru gets you out of the house, Guru shows you the right path, and he also ensures that your bandhas or your family, they don't come and they don't disturb you in your tapas. Narada created the entire thing for Dhruva. So Dhruva was in penance only for 5 months. Even 500,000 years, 500 million years if somebody is doing tapas also, Bhagavan does not come. Yambanda Karyam, Araindu Arulelor Empavai. Bhagavan is very careful. That's why somebody is doing tapas. He would never come. Trirante, Trirante, Triratrante, 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 Kapitte, Badarasanaha. The first month, after 3 days, he was eating some of the fruits. Dvitiyam Chatatamasam, Sashte Arbagodine. The second month, once in 6 days, he woke up. And then Trina Parna Shirnaihi, he started eating the grass. Tritiyam Chanayan Masam, in the third month, Navame Hani. 9 days, once in 9 days, he opened his eyes. Abhaksha Uttama Shlokam Upadavat Samadhina. Abhaksha, he was drinking water. Chaturtam Apivaimasam Dwadase Hani. The fourth month, once in 12 days. Vayu Bhaksho Jitaswasaha. He was only eating air, prana, nothing else. Jitaswasaha. He conquered his breath. Dhyayan Devamadharayat. He was doing meditation upon Krishna. Panchame Masya Anuprapte. In the fifth month, Tastau Sthanidivachalaha. He had no movement. Even he did Pranastambam. Andar Kumbham. The entire thing is within, the universe is within him, because Bhagavan Sriman Narayana is within him. And then he is not opening eyes. His body become like a rock. Nothing happens. They were tried everything. They sent Apsaras. No, they were, actually pouring the ice cubes. And then very hot sun. And then they sent Bhuta, Preta, Pishachas. Nothing frightened Dhruva. Nobody can change his concentration, because it was not Dhruva who is doing his tapas. It was actually Narayana doing his tapas, because this tapas was started by Narada. When Guru gives you something under the blessings of Narayana, it is not the moment you got the feeling that I am not doing, it is the Guru who himself is doing, and Bhagavan is doing that. Nobody can stop you, nobody can disturb you. That is the lesson from here. So Devas goes and surrenders to Sriman Narayana, because everybody has Swasa Rodha. They have breathing trouble. Brahma could not move, Indra could not move, Vayu himself cannot move, because of the dhyana, samadhi of Dhruva. So Bhagavan says, Ma Vaishtabalam tapaso duratyayane nivartayishe pratiyata swadame. You all go home. I will go and bless Dhruva. Yato hiva prana nirodha asit. Au Uttanapadir Maisangadatma. The Uttanapadi, the son of Uttanapada, Maisangadatma. He wants to see me. That is why he is sitting there. I am going there. So here a beautiful thing is narrated in Bhagavatam. Ta yevam utsannabhaya urukrame kritavanama prayayu trivishtapam. When after all the devas went back, Sagasra Shirshnapi Tato Garutmata. Bhagavan, even though he is a Vaikuntapati, Sagasra Shirshapi Tato Garutmata. So he sat on Garudan. Madhurvanam Bhritya Didrikshaya Gataha. Normally, the beautiful thing is the Bhakta goes in pursuit of for darshan of Bhagavan. Bhagavan sits in Mandiram or in some holy place, and then he gives darshan. Because here in Madhurvanam, because of the grace of Narada, Dhruva is seeing Narayana within himself, and Narayana from Vaikuntha takes his flight. Garutmata Madhurvanam Bhritya Didrikshaya Gataha. He wants to see his Bhritya, his Bhakta. Here the beauty is to the Bhakta Sannidhau, Bhritya Sannidhau. Bhagavan is coming to the Sannidhi of Bhakta, not that Bhakta has gone to the Sannidhi of Bhagavan. That is the greatness of Guru Kripa, that, fully showered by Narada on Dhruva. And Dhruva did not open the eyes even though Bhagavan has come. Bhagavan cut the dhyana by hiding his rupa, which Dhruva is seeing within himself. Dhruva slowly opens his eyes, and then he saw Paravasudeva standing in the front. And then 5 months he did not talk. So, like a child after so many days, if he is seeing his father and mother, the child would like to go and embrace. The child would like to kiss. The child would like to be in the hands of the mother. Like that, Dhruva wanted to say something. He, with his eyes, he is like, he wants to drink Bhagavan. With his hands, he wants to do Alingana. With his lips, he wants to kiss. Bhagavan understands this. Even though Bhagavan is outside, Bhagavan is in the hearts of every human being, every creature. Dribhyam prapasyanne prabhibanne ivadbakaha chumban ivasyena bujair ivaslishanne. That is what he says. Kritanjalim brahmamayena kambuna pasparsabalam krupaya kapole. Bhagavan wanted to bless Dhruva, so with the Shankha, Panchajanya, he just touches his cheek. Like we are touching young children in their cheek. Bhagavan gave Jnana to Dhruva because he came from the Triparkadal, the Milky Ocean. He brought the Jnana Pal. Like Parvati Parameshwara gave to Jnana Sambandha in Sirgadi. Like that, Parameshwara took the Vyagrabada to the Milky Ocean. The Chidambaram Nadaraja took Vyagrabada to the Milky Ocean, Triparkadal. For he was Vyagrabada was Kshirakamaha. He was crying for more milk. So Parameshwara arranged for the Jnanapal. And then in Sirgadi, Sakshat Parvati, Jnanambika gave milk to Jnana Sambandha. Like that, here Bhagavan gives the Jnana milk which he brought from the Milky Ocean, Triparkadal, to Dhruva. All are 5 years old children. Jnana Sambandhar, Vyagrapadar, not Vyagrapadar, Upaman. He's called Upaman. Kshirakamaha Upaman. Kritanjalim brahmamayena kambuna asparisabalam krupaya kapole. So now, having got all the universal knowledge by the touch of Yaschakaratu Sarvajnam, Shankasparisena Balakam, Sayeva Karuna Sindhu, Vasudevo Gurur Maha, Gurur Mama, my Guru, our Guru, Shri Krishna Premi Maharaj is narrating the situation in Vasudevashta, that Vasudevan is the Jagat Guru. By a mere touch, Shankasparisena Balakam, Yaschakaratu Sarvajnam. Now Dhruva has become the Sarvajna. He knows everything. He has the entire Vedic knowledge because he has seen Bhagavan himself. So he started a prayer, which is very famously called as the Dhruva Stuti. So today I have created the build-up for the Dhruva Stuti, how the Dhruva Stuti came up. And from the next week, we will be blessed to hear shloka by shloka, the Stuti by Dhruva Swami. Gopika Jivana Smaranam, Govinda, Govinda, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna